Looking for something to watch on Valentine's Day? Don't worry, let me virtually third wheel on your relationship and pick the movie for you. What's up everybody, I am Nick, and today we're going to be talking about the best movies that you can watch on Valentine's Day. Now to preface, this is not me doing my top 10 favorite romance movies, top 10 favorite rom-coms, whatever. These are just a variety of different kinds of romance movies that I love and think would be very good for you to watch on Valentine's Day. And if you don't enjoy what I enjoy, then I hope you get dumped. With that said, let's begin. So the first movie that I want to talk about is Crazy Stupid Love. Now this movie has an absolutely stacked cast. Like literally everyone in Hollywood's in this movie. You have Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Julianne Moore, Emma Stone, Kevin Bacon, Marissa Tomei. Literally everybody's in this movie and everyone does a fantastic job. What I really love about this one is just how often it's just throwing the jokes at you, and it's doing all kinds of different like humor, where you have Steve Carell doing his typical shtick, you have Ryan Gosling doing like this dry, sarcastic humor, and it's really funny, and there's all kinds of jokes in this, so basically anyone can enjoy it, and everyone will laugh at something in this movie, whether slow-mo, Ryan Gosling eating pizza, or whatever. But the story is also just filled to the brim with endless plot twists. Some of them are done for jokes, some of them are just genuine shocks, and there's specifically one plot twist in this movie that is just executed so well, and like it's viral online because of how good it is. I mean, you've probably seen it, it's everywhere because it's that good of a twist. But this movie is basically exactly what the title promises you. It's got a bunch of crazy, stupid gags that are really fun and will have you laughing like on the floor. But it also has like that emotional tie-in basically throughout the whole thing, but big emotional tie-ins at the end to make this feel like a very fulfilling, like nice watch, and it's one of the better rom-coms of the 2010s, like a huge highlight. Really enjoy it, and it is the first of 3 movies where Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone were together. You have Crazy Stupid Love, Gangster Squad, and La La Land. I've seen 2 of them. Have not seen Gangster Squad yet, but kind of interested just because of them. I mean, if a movie has Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone in it, you're probably watching a good movie. Then after that, we have a movie that just came out on Netflix a month ago. We have People We Meet on Vacation. Now, I reviewed this one on my channel, so no, I'm not going to talk about it at all, because I think you should go watch the video up here after you finish this one, because I need retention to stay good. But People We Meet on Vacation, it takes place at a wedding on Barcelona, and the story is mainly told, though, through flashbacks of this, like, set of friends, this couple. We have Poppy and Alex. They're very good friends, but there's like a strain in their relationship, and we're doing flashbacks of their previous vacations together. They're vacation buddies, and, well, vacation buddies, and we're basically just doing a bunch of flashbacks of their different vacations to see, like, how good their relationship was, and then eventually what we would find out, like, happened to get them to this strained place they're at in the present day. I think the story is told really well, but I think what the main thing is to make this movie work is just how much chemistry there are between our 2 leads. Emily Bader and Tom Blythe do such a fantastic job, and they play it really well, and the writing definitely does this too with the characters, with Poppy and Alex. But there's a very nice fine line that they play where you're watching it and you're like, friends, these are friends. But there's clearly like a spark there, and they play that fine line, Harry Styles, really, really nice, and these 2 are just so much fun to watch. Like Poppy, very free-spirited, very entertaining character, and while Tom Blythe's Alex, he's a bit more reserved, these 2 just work really well. And it's filled with endless charm, given like the characters and everything. It's a very colorful movie. Like, this is probably one of Netflix's best romance movies in the past couple years, and I wouldn't be shocked if this is one of their better outings in 2026. I really enjoyed People Meet on Vacation, a lot more than I thought I would. Then after that one, we have Rye Lane. Now this one takes place in a singular day, where we have our 2 characters, they meet each other, and we're following their journey throughout the day as this bond is forming between them, and I think this one it's really underrated. Like, this one is just quick on its feet. Very quick, sharp jokes throughout this entire thing, but there's a bunch of like bigger moments where you have like this huge karaoke scene. You got like a heist part to this thing as well. Like, there's a lot of great moments, and not just moments, like the whole thing is fantastic with Rye Lane, but these 2 characters are so much fun to follow. Their personalities are a bit different, and you can kind of see how the more they spend time with each other, the more they like each other, but the more they're not liking each other and the more they're getting annoyed. And I think all of that is just written amazingly, and the performances are fantastic. This is also a debut film for the director, and like, I am shocked that like this, like, it does not feel like a debut film at all. It is expertly crafted. The vision is really strong. The style is there. Really colorful movie too. Like, there's just so much effort in this film. And despite only being like this 90-minute thing, not that 90-minute movies are bad, I love 90-minute movies, I honestly prefer them, but the story is so fulfilling, taking place in one single day. There's so much depth and substance, and the movie is paced perfectly. Like, it's such a fun, lighthearted rom-com, and it's a Disney Plus, well, not Disney Plus, it's a Hulu original. It'll be on Disney Plus if you have the Hulu bundle or whatever, so I would totally check this out. I think, like, in 5 years, when I make my most underrated movies of the 2020s, Rye Lane is going to be very close to the top. This is fantastic movie, and, like, writing this in the notes for this, I want to watch it again. Like, loved this one, and it is such a fun time. Then after Rye Lane, we have Titanic. Now, yes, Titanic's the basic pick. It is one of the most iconic movies of all time, though, absolutely for a reason. Titanic is incredible. James Cameron, he creates, like, epics on pretty much everything he does. Like, the Avatar movies, you can say what you want about them, but they're epics. Terminator 2 is, like, one of the best action movies ever. James Cameron's just awesome. Like, honestly, he's amazing. And Titanic is just another amazing movie he's made. Such a sweeping epic aboard the Titanic. And the feel of this movie is just so rich and immersive on, like, the ship. And then you have Jack and Rose's romance, which they're one of the most iconic couples in, like, Hollywood history. DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, they're incredible in here, and it's just so much fun to watch them. Everyone knows how this movie ends. We all know, how does the Titanic movie end? Like, we all know, and everyone knows the debates of Jack and Rose, like, should he fit on the yacht? We all know the debates. James Cameron has explicitly said what he thinks. Like, everyone knows the ending to this movie. If you haven't seen Titanic and you know how it ends, trust me, that's how I was. I knew how this movie ended before I watched it for the first time, and it still had that effect like I didn't even know. The emotion definitely hits in that scene. You know what I'm talking about. And just the epic scale, just the experience is so rewarding. So yeah, Titanic, incredible, give it a chance. Then after Titanic, we have An American in Paris. Now, this is a very stylish classic movie musical, one of Gene Kelly's most iconic. Now, this movie is completely, like, filled with these huge musical numbers, and, like, the Technicolor look of this movie, I love Technicolor so much. I mean, the musical numbers and dance sequences are fantastic. You have Lisa Caron in the beginning of this, where she's doing, like, a solo dance sequence, and very colorful with the backgrounds and everything, very well executed. She's very talented. And then you have, like, the last 15-20 minutes of this movie where it's, like, literally a 15-minute musical number. I honestly would just say it's one of the best, like, scenes in a musical ever in film. And that's basically the entire movie, just amazing scenes like that. But Gene Kelly, he's always fun to watch. I mean, Singing in the Rain, he's in every, like, big movie musical of, like, the 50s and late 40s. Amazing talent, but American in Paris, definitely try it out. It's a great one. Then after An American in Paris, we're going to talk about The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Now, if An American in Paris had a good amount of inspiration on La La Land, Umbrellas of Cherbourg is the direct inspiration for that movie. Like, the template of this movie is what La La Land kind of followed. Not a ripoff, obviously not, but a lot of the things you would like about La La Land are present in this movie. Now, this is an entirely sung thing. Like, it is a musical, and it does not back away from it. Like, no lines of dialogue. This is all singing, and it's in French. So if a French musical, all singing, doesn't sound like your thing, I totally get it. That was what I thought before I watched this for the first time years ago, and I've watched it a couple more times since. I love this movie. I would recommend giving it a chance. So this movie follows the story of Guy and Genevieve. Guy is sent off to war, but Genevieve realizes she's pregnant when Guy goes off to war, and Genevieve's mom is basically like, go with this Roland guy, he's the safer pick. I don't want you with that guy dude, whatever. So we have a lot of tension going on with Genevieve's thoughts of, like, she loves Guy, but, you know, situation, it's not great. So that tension, that emotion is felt throughout this entire thing, and it's a very depressing movie. With all of this going on, but it's romantically depressing, so that's why I'm recommending it to you for Valentine's Day. Romantic depression is amazing. On top of that, it's just a very colorful movie. There are still a lot of bright spots in this where it's not just complete depression, but very colorful. The music has, like, this jazz undertone to it, and I love that. And just overall, if you love La La Land, definitely give Umbrellas of Cherbourg a chance. Then after that one, we're going to talk about Beauty and the Beast. Now, Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite Disney movies still, and I mean, the Disney in the 90s, I want whatever they were on. They were just cranking out classic after classic. You had Little Mermaid, Rescuers Down Under, that one's pretty underrated. Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, like, back to back to back to back to you, Charlie XCX, but I mean, man, this movie is amazing. Like, Belle, I don't have like a Disney princess ranking or anything, but Belle will probably be top 3 for me, and probably Ariel too. Man, the Renaissance like was perfect for Disney, but Gaston is also one of the better villains that Disney has ever had too. And the whole cast of side characters like Lumiere and Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, they're all just like iconic in their own right. But the soundtrack is amazing as well. You have Be Our Guest, you have Beauty and the Beast, literally the song named after the movie I started forgetting, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? But I mean, this movie, it strikes the perfect balance to me, where Disney in the 90s had like that cartoony like humor to it, like all of them, like the insane animation, like the eyes literally popping out like for some of the characters, and they do a lot of that kind of stuff in this movie while also finding the serious side with this romance between Belle and the Beast, her kind of like changing him for the good and like making Beast a much better person, so that way we reach like the ballroom sequence, which is such an epic moment, one of the best scenes Disney animation has ever done. This is just such a great tale of just this romance between these two, and seeing Beast change throughout this, and then Gaston being that great of a villainous presence, and this movie is just infinitely rewatchable too. But I mean, yeah, Beauty and the Beast, it's an incredible watch and one of the best Disney movies of all time. Then after Beauty and the Beast, an iconic one, we're going with an underrated gem in Sing Street. This came out in 2016, one of the most underrated films I've ever seen. I just think this movie's incredible. You're following this group of friends, primarily this dude named Connor. They're all in like high school and they're creating this band. For Connor, this is an escape from like a strained family life and also just a really bad headmaster at the school, but also he is having an ulterior motive where he's trying to impress this mysterious girl who's like smoking on like the steps to a house or whatever. But as she gets more involved in like the band's productions, like the music videos and whatever, Connor and this girl, I forgot her name, I should have looked this up, my apologies, but they start to form this romance, and I just think this movie's awesome. Like, it is a hilarious movie. Like, Connor's brother is, like, seriously such a fun character. And just, like, the drama going on where this movie takes place in the 80s. And Duran Duran is one of the big bands that influenced this group. So, if you're familiar with Duran Duran's look, they emulated that a bit. So, Connor wearing like the makeup for this band to school, the headmaster does not like that. So there's a lot of like dramatic tension going on in the world with creating this band, but you also just have a lot of humor and like that really lighthearted, like fun romance storyline, and just a great story of music being an escape. But you also just have at the front and center of this movie, you have the romance, and Sing Street, it's like infinitely funny. It's got some great music in it, and just the dramatic elements are not left behind, and you'll feel all of it. But yeah, Sing Street, definitely recommend. Then after that, we're going way back in time. We have City Lights. This is a Charlie Chaplin movie, a silent film, and this is easily the best movie Charlie Chaplin has made. It's debatable. Modern Times is great too, but City Lights is my personal favorite Charlie Chaplin movie. If you're looking for like just a silent film, like just a fun classic movie, City Lights is definitely the way to go for a Valentine's romance film. Like, honestly, watching Charlie Chaplin movies is just like injecting serotonin into your veins. He is so funny. It's so pure and lighthearted watching his movies that these are just a joy to watch. And this movie, we're following Chaplin just doing typical like crazy different antics. He gets himself into a boxing match. He like saves a dude from committing suicide, but it's like in such a funny way that you're like disassociating with the fact that this dude wants to kill himself that Charlie Chaplin is trying to save. So I mean, it's infinitely funny. There are romance elements where Charlie Chaplin, he's trying to impress like the tramp. He's trying to impress a blind girl, and it's just such a very nice romantic storyline. And I think they blend like that overarching thing going between those two and just all of the Chaplin antics that we know and love. And it delivers like 95% of this is just the comedy. But man, when we hit the ending, the City Lights is known for having just one of the best endings of all time. It definitely deserves it. It's very heartfelt, very moving, and one of my favorite endings to a movie ever. To me, this is like the sharpest and most emotional Chaplin film. And then the final film that I want to talk about, I've mentioned this movie a couple times because I love it. We have La La Land. Now, La La Land is my favorite movie of all time, so there's totally no bias at all with me including La La Land, but this is just such an epic movie musical. It's pure magic just across the board with everything about it. Crazy Stupid Love is the first movie that Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone were a romantic couple in. This one, they definitely brought that chemistry back. I mean, they have so much chemistry. They're so much fun to watch together. And we follow Sebastian and Mia, they're in their relationship and they're two struggling artists, right? She's an actress, he's a jazz musician, and they don't like each other. They keep running into each other in bad circumstances, but then they start to form this relationship, but you have the tension of the indifference of LA. And LA is not really even a backdrop. It is a full-on character in this movie, which I think Damien Chazelle does pretty often. Like his movie Babylon, Hollywood is a character, in my opinion, the main character of that movie. But in La La Land, LA is a character of itself. It's not just a backdrop city. Like, there's so much personality and romantification of Los Angeles in the settings, just how colorful it is, how much love Damien Chazelle has for this city is just all through this movie. And it just looks fantastic. The lovely night sequence where you have the sunset going on behind them doing the tap dancing sequence, it's absolutely incredible. But I do like the indifference it shows to the characters where they're struggling because of just no one caring that they're struggling. And that's a very true thing for artists in LA. But I also love how this movie just pays tribute to the classic musicals. I put An American in Paris on this list because I have La La Land on here already. I wanted to have like those two kind of paralleling each other. But I think it does such a good job at paying tribute to classic musicals while also having its own identity, where it doesn't feel like it's just nostalgia bait or borrowing too much. It has its own personality. You watch La La Land, it feels like a very modern rendition of that while also being La La Land itself. And it plays on basically every emotion in the book. It's super, like, got a lot of funny lines. It's, like, Ryan Gosling brings the humor to this one. Emma Stone is very, like, charming in this movie. To me, the ending of this is probably, like, to me, it's my favorite ending of all time in La La Land. But it's truly one of the best endings in cinematic history. The music is so good. It is, like, absolutely incredible. Again, I said I could make a long video about Umbrellas of Cherbourg. I think in this take, I may have edited out that part, but I could make an hour-long video of how much I love La La Land. I'm rambling so much on this, but seriously, if you haven't seen La La Land, go check it out. It's incredible and one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. With that said, those are 10 movies that I think would be very good movies to watch on Valentine's Day. So thank you all for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like this video because a clapperboard will appear. Comment down below with some of your favorite romance movies, some of your favorite movies to watch on Valentine's Day or around it. And please subscribe to this channel. At the time of recording this, we are 1 subscriber away from 50, and my goal for the end of 2026 was to reach 100, which, if I'm almost at 50 in mid-February, then I'm hoping I have a good chance of doing that. So, once again, thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate you making this all the way to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Tune in for more videos in the future.